Good morning. Welcome to another little ride I'll be taking. You know, when I came through Alabama, I expressed how much I regretted having a dead GoPro for Goodwater, Alabama to neighborhood of Ashland, because on the way north it was gorgeous. Today we are rectifying that. I'm headed over to Alabama to take care of some family. So on the way there, I'm taking the scenic route. And I'm gonna hit that area again. And I can't wait. Truly was something else, something beautiful. We're on a little bit of wet roads today with a slight chance of rain. We'll see how that pans out. There should be some easy riding just before sunset, or sunrise, Jesus Christ. Should be up to Goodwater and neighborhood of 2.5 hours, if that. Not supposed to be super hot today, but I'm fully geared up, so I'm sure I'll be fully sweaty by the time I get to my final destination. We are off, and I can't wait to get there. I already have bugs dirtying up my visor, so I don't think I'm going to be able to make it in one trip without stopping to clean off the carcasses of these insects. So check back in when I get to Goodwater. But like I said, it should be a good ride, and I'm excited to see those views once again. Let's do it.
Understand your confusion. Well, it ain't my plan. You laugh when you're driving in the nails. You smile when you're smelling all the smells. I'm gonna bring your shell. Let the world fall through. Let the world fall through. Yeah. Let the world fall through. Let the world fall through. I can feel your words here and after refer to within. Therefore I will reply. Keep your papers, I don't want your pen. Everything's getting done. It's not getting done. Everything's getting done. Well, show me it's getting done. The suppression is real. I'm redeemed but denied all I've lived. And you patronize, but you're playing somebody's life. Everything's getting done. It's not getting done. Everything's getting done. Show me it's getting done. I scream inside certain places where my power lies. You promise this, you promise that. Well, now I'm not buying it. Don't think me fool. Up till now I've made my own rules, and you tell me it's cool. In good faith, turn it over to you. Everything's getting done. It's not getting done. Everything's getting done. Show me it's getting done. I scream inside certain places where my power lies. You promise this, you promise that. Well, now I'm not buying it. Here and under shall be for this turn. Meanwhile you're making me squirm. I can be what I know how to be. Your invention
So in traditional fashion, I've made a huge mistake. And I don't know if it's a mistake, because I don't know how I was supposed to know what was coming up, but this road that I decided to take to Highway 9 from Goodwater, the whole purpose of this side road, this little like side journey, that road was as pretty, if not prettier, than Highway 9. And I chose it because it looked like it would be a nice road. But I had no idea. I had no idea it would be like that. I had no idea this would be like this. And now I regret having it on time lapse instead of just videoing. But how would I know? So now I'm taking another scenic route. Wow. Wow. Pardon me, I'm sorry. But yeah, now I'm taking another side road. It should only be taking me an hour to get to the start of the road that I want to be on. I've decided this is not enough for me today, so I've added another 20 minutes to my drive. Getting a little damp out here. I think I might see some rain clouds ahead. My visor keeps on getting water droplets on it that don't want to come off, which is weird. Normally when I turn my head 90 degrees, they just want to bead up and go off. I wonder if the film on this visor is like wearing out, or I don't know. I'm not a scientist. But man, it is gorgeous out here. Woo! I gotta talk to my uncle about this road. I don't know if he's ever taken it. I mean, this is Alabama. I was literally about to say it's been a while since I've seen a church. Here's a fun factoid for you. The difference between a graveyard and a cemetery. A cemetery stands alone. A graveyard is attached to a church. What are you? What are you? Oh, sun's peeking through. That's the first time I've seen the sun today. Yeah, I don't know if I'm just gonna keep the camera rolling, because I mean, I gotta come back and film that road. I might even do it on the way home at the end of the weekend. I mean, it was really that good. Like, there were a couple of times that I'd come around a corner and make a noise like I was on a massage table. It's like, oh. Yeah, I think I'm done doing time-lapse. I feel like I got in such a habit of doing it for my Texas trip, because there were just long stretches of road and there was no way that the GoPro, even with backup batteries, would make it through that. But if I'm just taking these back roads, I mean, you know, if anybody's watching this and you're like, this is not impressive, like, I guess I don't think it's impressive, but I think it's gorgeous. Now, I am a southern boy. I may not sound or talk like Huckleberry Finn, but I am definitely a southern boy. So seeing parts of the South, even parts that ain't look too good, I love it. And this has been a quintessential southern ride outside of the 18 miles I did on Interstate 20. Which, by the way, Interstate 20, top 3 least favorite highways to be on. When I come out here to see family, I will intentionally my God. Anyway, I will intentionally add another 30 minutes to my route, just navigating away from I-20. Why I gotta put a billboard out here, man? We get enough of that in civilization. That Kia Soul up there, by the way, is booking it. I'm like steady 10 over. And he's just putting distance between us. What a corner. What a corner. slowing down. I'm like catching up to the Kia Soul. That's how I know I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing. Yeah, my uncle needs to take this road. It'll be very out of the way for him. I'm going to try to convince him. We talked about taking a little short trip together up over Fort Mountain and Suches, which is a ride that I'm going to be taking here some nice morning where it's not raining and not super hot out. And if he can come over and do that, stay the night, we could come back. I could ride him back close to Montgomery and take him across this road because, my God, it's worth it. Oh. Welcome to Wedowee. Wedowee. Population U. Welcome. See, Wedowee and Lineville. Oh wait, never mind. I changed my path. I'm not going to be going through Lineville until the way back north. What if the marching band rehearses there? All 17 of them. Bump. Oh, that was a bump. Alright, divided road, pay attention. I was just going to do a bit of a rolling stop. Oh! Look at you, Wedowee. Look at you. That cannot be the police department. That cannot be the police department. Oh, maybe I will be going through Lineville. Maybe that's where I'm turning? That doesn't make sense. So yeah, that is a cemetery. No church attached. A cemetery. Why do they have a field goal post? Field goal post in their yard. I don't know if the GoPro needs this, but my visor was a little bit wet. So as soon as I get from behind this car, jeez Louise, pepper cheese. That's a long turn. I'm gonna wipe down the lens of the GoPro, just in case. Kudzu. Kudzu is one of my favorite things to see in the South, even though it is a terrible part of our history. Well, you could pick far worse things as far as bad parts of our... Oh, wish it wasn't so foggy out here. As far as bad parts of our history goes. But Kudzu is a very funny part. Once upon a time, people were paid to plant kudzu. I can't remember the exact impetus behind the decision, but they thought it would help crops, like things weren't growing, or like, you know, we're having trouble growing, something of the sort. And they had this great idea. There's this plant, kudzu, which is resistant to droughts and all other sorts of manners of things that will kill plants. So they literally paid people per acre to plant kudzu. And that backfired, because now it is everywhere. It covers trees, it covers other crops, fields. It grows too well. There's more of it. You see it everywhere in the South, and the stuff is super hard to get rid of. To the extent of, like, you can literally yank it up by the roots, and it's probably coming back. There's this whole process that I read about of getting rid of kudzu, and it involves fire, taking the roots. Like, the only way to get rid of kudzu without actually poisoning the soil is so complex and hard to do. There's more of it. Look at this road. Pardon me. Yeah, my clutch lever is damp right now, so this fog is thick. I bet that would be a view if there weren't so much fog. I guess this is still Alabama 48. This is the same road that I was on that was so pretty. Seeing the danger with roads like this, and the added danger, or with the added danger of my visors really trying to fog up and have droplets of fog on it, or droplets of water from fog. Let me turn my head, see if it goes. Yeah, some of it. Is that with all these dirt roads, both with like driveways and just dirt roads that connect to the main road, as people drive on it, especially after a rain, which we just had some pretty big storms come through here last night, it can bring a bunch of rocks and dirt into the road. So around a corner, that could be dangerous. On a straightaway, not so much. Let's go! But I gotta be very mindful both of things that could be on the road and my limited ability to see them. Look at you. Alabama, 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 Bama, Alabama, 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 Alabama. Hopefully I'm a little easier to hear right now than I was with my other helmet. My other helmet was definitely more cozy for the longer trips, but it has a bit more wind noise. It's a modular helmet. I like this helmet a little bit more. Look at me. Look at me. She a little snug. In the best way, but I mean, like, when you're riding for like 7 hours in a day, the ears get a little, don't you do it. See what I mean? Look at that. Look at all this on the road. Felt a couple rocks underneath the wheels too. But yeah, the ears get more kudzu. More kudzu. The ears get a little bit pinched, start to hurt. Tried to reroute me. No ma'am. No ma'am. I'm taking the scenic route today. You know, the funny thing is my uncle said he was going to try to leave Montgomery neighborhood at 7. Right now it's 7:50 local time. If he didn't leave exactly on time, there is a chance I run into him at Goodwater, because I am intersecting the road he is taking north. At least that I imagine he's taking north. I can't imagine him not taking Highway 9. I smell poop. I know technically it's probably called manure, but it's poop. I smell poop. I smell a lot of poop. Look at all that kudzu. There ain't no getting rid of it, man. I don't think it completely saps the life juice from the other trees and stuff that it you know, attaches to, but I know it's not good for it. But I don't think it's as bad as some other vines and things can be in terms of what they do to the, I guess it's not a host plant, but the plant that they latch onto. Uh-oh, I see a motorcycle rider. Sit up, look pretty. Oh shit, he's a Harley rider. Look good. Brother! Oh, look at that little gas station. Oh my god. See, this is what I'm talking about. I doubt I got the GoPro over fast enough for you to see it. But I know I've talked about this before, but oftentimes when I'm on a road like this, going through the South, I think about what was here before. Who was here before? The businesses, the domiciles, the farmland. And you see these old buildings that are just completely run down that used to be either places of business or old homes. Look at all that kudzu. You see chimneys standing alone where there used to be a house around it. Look at all that kudzu. But that's just one of my favorite things. Like, when's the last time somebody lived in that house? Has a cute little pond next to it that's probably dead as a doornail. Oh, fog's picking up. You hear some more dirt roads. I'm gonna wipe the lens of the camera again just in case. Thick fog. Appreciate your lights being on there, cowboy. Another dilapidated rundown house. Another cute, quaint little church up on a little hill. No, look at that. Look at that house just taken over by kudzu. Again, I don't think I got the GoPro over fast enough. There was a house just taken over by kudzu, falling into the woods. This road must be amazing on a fall day. Now, the benefit of it being kind of miserable outside regarding the moisture hanging in the air is it is not hot. Now, it is still early, but it feels great right now. there's nothing over there, but I'm having to turn my helmet to get the water off of it. There we go. I do hope this fog lightens up a bit. It'd be kind of ironic, well, not ironic, it'd just be kind of shitty if I get all the way down to Goodwater, where I want to take a video of what I saw on the way back from my Texas trip, and I can't see shit because of the fog. Here we are, Lineville, Gleneville. We're just going a different way down. What are you on the road? You son of a bitch, don't you do it! That squirrel was like leisurely making his way across the road. Heard me, stop, came back, stop, turned, stop, looked at me. Damn, do I need to stop here and defog? I think I do. Which is crazy. But look at this fog. I mean, my visor is getting translucent constantly. That would be pretty over there. A lot of kudzu, a lot of propatai. Yeah, I think I need to stop and clean some things off. I guess I could just go ahead and get some gas. I don't need it. But at least I could justify the stop a little bit better. I didn't want to stop back there at Woodland. I mean, those guys are probably super nice, but man, they knew I was not from around there when I walked through those doors. A lot of this is probably in my head, but some of them were genuinely looking at me like I was about to rob the place. I mean, I am in all black, but like I'm carrying a helmet. You should see that I'm wearing motorcycle gear. Oh, by the way, because I haven't said it yet, look at that. Fuel gauge working, clear. I can see it. Oh my God, this fog. Yeah, dude, and my clutch lever is soaking. Like, soaking. Yeah, I'm gonna pull in here to this gas station, clean off my visor. Alright, I'll be back in a flash after I get some gas and try to wipe my visor to save my ass. So, a little bit of change of plans. God, oh God. This fog. This fog is unreal. And for that reason, I'm not going as far out of the way as originally planned. Kind of banking on this fog lightening up as I get closer to where I'm planning on going. I hope that's the case, but I'm not going to take the additional like hour 10 to get to where I was going like originally planned. I'm going. I can't imagine that the fog will still be that many miles away. I say that, and then it will be. But boy, I hope not. Because this fog is getting, or was making it pretty tough to see. Like authentically kind of dangerous. Which is exactly why I pulled over. And I had second breakfast. Because I am a sucker for chicken biscuits or any sort of biscuit at a Southern gas station. I am a sucker for them. Always have been, always will be. Oh, now I'm full though. Oh God. Yeah, already, man. I can see through my visor, but it's trying. It's trying real hard. Yeah, I don't know if you could tell because the GoPro needed wiping, which it probably does again right now. So, but the bike, when I stopped, I mean, you could see it on the bag still, was soaked. Oh, son, come on out, Daddy. Come on out, Daddy. Clear up this fog, Daddy. Yeah, with all these stops, these unexpected stops I've had to make, the likelihood that I run into my uncle on this trip has all but dissipated. Look at this road though. Look at all that kudzu. Fog's already a little lighter here, which is good. Going into Lineville though, man, that was rough. Like when I stopped, I looked back at where I was coming from and I mean, you could barely see a block. Hell yeah, kudzu taking over a dump truck, love that. Graveyard. There was a church. That is a graveyard. At least I can see, man. Visibility is only still like a couple hundred yards, maybe? Eh, more than that. But I mean, it was like 50 yards when I made myself stop. I do love adventure, you know? Another quick wipe just in case it needs it. Yeah, sun's coming out, burning away the fog. This Ford Focus is not a fan of being behind this SUV. Is that a Santa Fe? Yeah, it looks like a refrigerator, so it must be. Yeah, just, there you go, there you go. Gun it, daddy. Like, if you're not gonna pass when the opportunity comes up, then don't ride right on somebody's bumper to where you're having to hit the brakes every like 5 seconds. I can tell that I don't really know where I'm at in relation to other roads, because I know that I'm on 49 South, but 49 North I thought was very west of here. So I don't know where this reconnects, or if this is actually like, you know, I'm sure it's one of those where like it connects with Highway 9 and then splits up and then goes a different direction. It's very pretty out here. But I definitely thought I was a far ways away from Highway 9. Ooh, do I want to call that audible again? Nah, I kind of like this road. The looks of this road I'm about to take, I should say. I don't know anything about this road. Last time, overkill. Bro, where am I turning? I do not see a road. Okay, I guess it's that one by that pole. Look at that church. Where are you taking me, Waze? This road better be safe. Wave at that person on the porch because they were staring at me. Pardon-moi. Gonna not be disrespectful through here. Even though that guy in front of me is tearing ass down this road. This is an Alabama back road. You know, one of the songs that I know I've used on this channel before and will use again is Alabama Countryside by that favorite band of mine, Ethan and the Ewoks. And anytime I listen to that song, man, it reminds me of roads that look exactly like this. You know, I grew up in South Georgia, So I have history with not having shit to do. I've got plenty of experience with that. So just getting in a car and cruising around with no particular destination, trying to get lost on back roads, that was something that I did as soon as I had a driver's license. So when I got to, well, back to Alabama, but when I went, you know, to Alabama to go to school, I was already well versed in the getting lost in back roads and just driving through places similar to this. But there was a difference. What a nice little house, what a nice little property. I don't think that Alabama is prettier than Georgia. Georgia has some beautiful spots to it. But there is something to the Alabama countryside that is just tough to find elsewhere. So every time I'm on a back road, especially if I'm in Alabama, that song is playing in my head. I mean, it's playing in my head right now. If I felt comfortable taking my hand off the bars for long enough, I'd probably pull it up and play it in my helmet right now. I don't know. Some people tear through canyons. That's fun. Some people, you know, roar over some mountains. I enjoy that too. This is kind of therapy. Look in that rear view, you can see it. I don't like the fact that there was just a car parked awkwardly on the entrance to that dirt road, but you know, I'm thinking about, you know, I know I've talked a number of times about old dilapidated houses and seeing them disappearing into the woods and areas being reclaimed by nature. One thing that my mom used to say, and I think she would say that it made her sad, was that every time she saw a house like that, she would think that, you know, that used to be somebody's pride and joy. They were so happy to have that house. Like when they bought it, when they built it, whatever, you know, that was like the thing they were most proud of. So it made her a little bit sad to see it, you know, falling to disrepair or literally falling down. And I agree with that, but I also kind of don't. I think there's a beauty to it. Okay, road, all right. Jesus. Riding over a minefield. Waze, where did you send me? I mean, it's beautiful, but look at this. But boy, I do hope that this doesn't turn into a dirt road, because Waze, we're gonna have problems. Like, this is fine. I don't like it. There's rocks everywhere, there's gravel everywhere. I can feel my wheels slipping. As long as it doesn't, yeah, like if it turned into that, we got problems. Just riding that friction zone a little bit. You want a bike with a lot of torque, boy. Yeah, until you're on that hill, coming up through mud and pebbles. Worth it though. know, I called one of my, I think it was the first video of my Texas trip, Alabama countryside. I feel like that's doing a disservice to this ride. This is everything Alabama that I could imagine. Oh, I want to go that way. Stay on course. Where the hell am I? Oh. Does somebody still live there? I think they do. You know, I would say if I hear banjos play and I'm getting out of here, but that was Georgia. And if I'm not mistaken, pretty close to Atlanta. Rough. There's something like hauntingly familiar about this. Dude, you want to see haunting though, we get to Goodwater. That town. This is beautiful though. Like, I know there's planes and stuff, but P-L-A-I-N-S, planes. But like, as a Native American, or even, you know, colonial settler, how did you go anywhere? Did you just cut holes through the woods? See, look, literally what I'm talking about. This is... Thank you, Waze. We're not stopping. Feels a little too awkward of a turn. Those were ducks. I was so focused up here, I saw something move. Like, is that garbage? Nope, if it was garbage, it would have been Canadian geese. Alright, in 3 miles, we're going to be on the road that I want to film. I just wanted to film it in the opposite direction. We'll get both takes. Well, depending. I gotta check my battery. My battery. Yep, somebody still lives there. That's curious. I wonder whose land all this is. They probably didn't live in either of those trailers I saw back there. Or maybe they do. Well, that gate's open. I don't trust that it's very well taken care of, or they're doing anything with it. I'm sure it's taken care of, but probably don't have livestock or growing any crops if they just got the gate open like that. So yeah, on today's episode of Roads I Will Never Be Down Again. Here we go. Here we are. I am grateful that the fog has lessened a little bit. Ooh, look at that truck. Ooh! Pristine! Pristine! I think that was an old Ford Ranger. I'm not sure, but oh, that thing was mint. I'd park it right there too if I had that truck. The fog doesn't seem to be picking up, but my visor is getting more cloudy. There must be water nearby. I know it's a sign that I've seen too many horror movies throughout my life, but every time I'm on a road like this where you haven't even seen anybody, there was that one car coming down this way when I turned on this road or down this path that, you know, immediately goosed it and was gone. But even though it's highly unlikely, I keep finding myself looking in my rear view to see if somebody in a Jeepers Creepers truck is just barreling down the road trying to catch me. Oop. Every time I mention there not being a car, here one comes. Look at that kudzu. Alright, this is Highway 9. This is the road, and this is right by the stretch that I'm trying to get to. I'm going to save my battery and try to punch it to get to where I'm going. I'm so far behind schedule. My family's not waiting on me to be there at a particular time, but I'm just so far behind what I planned on being. I'm going to go ahead and punch it south and then turn the camera back on for the way back north, because that was what I regretted not capturing last time. So I will check back in as soon as I get this bike turned around just south of Goodwater. See you, bye. In a bit of a change of pace, you're joining me right before I do something stupid. I'm calling an audible. I came all the way down here for two reasons. One was to see Goodwater again. And the other one was to go down Highway 9. I am no longer going down Highway 9. There's a shorter path to my final destination, which I am behind schedule, and it looks like it's going to be pretty. Taking a bit of a gamble here. Came all the way down here to see Highway 9 and how pretty it is. We're going to take Highway 7. This is pretty though. Highway 9 is a lot of that. A lot of beautiful views like that. Highway 7 looks to be a little more interesting of a road, and hopefully just as beautiful. The worst case scenario, I'll come back. I will come back, and I will go back to Highway 9. We're coming up on Goodwater now though. This town, I don't know what it is about it. Oh, and by the way, the sun came out. It was like the universe got my filming schedule. Piggly Wiggly, never see those anymore. But I don't know what it is about this town that haunts me. I think it's thinking about what it had to have used to been. church is still in pristine condition, which I think is a true sign of the South. Everything else can be falling apart and dead. Bill's. Who was Bill? What did he sell there? That part of the building just got completely demolished, or it was condemned. But so many of these things that used to be businesses, no longer. And I don't know what it was about coming through here. There's nothing. Everything's like gone. But when I came through here on my way back from Texas, I don't know what it was. I just couldn't stop thinking about this place. And like that downtown, like what did it used to be? And then what happened? Kudzu reclaimed most of it, it looks like. But I mean, that looked like that used to be a whole thing. A nice little cute downtown. Businesses and shops and restaurants. A feed and seed. Gone. And some stuff is still there. And there were a couple things that you could tell they had just recently tried to make it a business. And it didn't work. Like it had opened and failed recently. And by recently, I mean in like the last decade or so. I meant to research the town before coming back here, and I didn't do it. So this is Highway 7. We're gonna see if this was a good call. Highway 9 is gorgeous, but if I get all the way through this and I regret taking it, I might even just come down tomorrow. Just come down first thing tomorrow morning and run up Highway 9. There's a road in Chehaw State Park that I want to run through anyway. Maybe I'll do that regardless. Oh. Okay. Hello, Alabama. Hello, Alabama. Gotta keep making sure nobody's behind me because I do not want to rush through this.
By myself sometimes, need to be by myself, take a drive, Alabama countryside, sometimes, need to be by myself. It's got nothing to do where I ought to be. 'Cause I am already there. It's gone eternity. That's alright with me. It's got nothing to do with where I ought to be. 'Cause I am already there. It's called eternity. So please don't try and tell me where I ought to be. 'Cause I am already there. It's called eternity.
Oh yeah, I made the right choice. I can always come back to Highway 9. This route might be a little bit more rare. And this is a much more fun road to ride. Definitely a bit more technical considering there's actually corners. But a beautiful road. My God, what a beautiful road. And plenty of views, man. Every time it opens up like this. Oh. Okay, back to the corner. But God bless. I do smell poop again though. Baby girl wants to run today. Look at you. Look at you, Alabama. Maybe that's part of it, where like in Alabama that's different from Mississippi or Arkansas. Is you get a little bit more of the, you know, these are the foothills of the Appalachians. Like Mississippi and Arkansas had beautiful farmland. Maybe that's just sort of what sets Alabama apart and makes it more special. I'm sure there's similar places like this out in Mississippi, maybe even out in Arkansas, but not with those hanging out in the background. And again, thanks to like the fisheye view, I'm sure they just look like ant hills, but hello, gravel, my old friend. Bro, that's where I'm going? One of these roads looks significantly different than the other. Okay. feel like there's going to be a lot of that, people not necessarily sticking to their side of the road, so I got to be mindful. But only a little bit. Compound. That's where they train. What are you? What are you? What are you? What are you? That is so sad. That was a cute little puppy dog. Old cute little puppy dog. Why was he not in somebody's yard? I'm getting the feeling that the back roads feel of this road is about to be done. Well, that's plenty pretty though. I'd like to think that I made the right decision. It was definitely different from Highway 9, and Highway 9 probably had more pretty parts. But that was a way more fun road to ride. And it had things that I'd never seen before. At the end of the day, that's what I was thinking about when I was at that gas station. Which, by the way, had the most ridiculous bathroom situation imaginable. Maybe not imaginable, but the most ridiculous I've had to experience in a while. Which is, I went in there and it was a cute little inside. Like I said, I wish that I felt more comfortable just videotaping places and people, but I know I wouldn't want somebody doing it to me, so I don't want to do it to them. But there are, you know, same as some of these roads that I take, there are encounters and experiences, that's really pretty through those trees, that I wish I had record of. And the inside of that gas station was one. Like, there was a spot clearly where they would normally store their Dr. Pepper, and they misspelled the abbreviation of doctor. Written on the cinder blocks, I should add. But I went in there and I was thinking about what I was going to do next, and I asked the very nice lady behind the counter, I was like, do you have a bathroom? I didn't see one on the inside. And I should have known that I was in a little bit of trouble when she responded with a, "We do." And then she just grabbed a key from under the counter, did not elaborate on why she answered like that. Don't worry, I found out. Grabbed a key from under the counter, told me it was outside, around the building, past the door. At which point I noticed there was a tiny little like liquor store in the back that I've seen before. I've seen gas stations do that, where it's like, well, technically this isn't the same establishment, but what would happen is if somebody came in the liquor store, she would just turn around and help them. Ooh, in the rear view, this would be a better road headed the opposite direction. Anyway, so she gives me the key, I go out there. Now, clearly, nobody uses the bathroom at this convenience store, gas station. Oh yeah, this would be a much prettier road going the other direction. Because there are spider webs all up the door frame. And I'm like, do I have the right door? So I put the key in, and it rotates. So yep, that's the bathroom. nobody's been in there yet. And sure enough, I open the door and little spiders crawl out on the door because I just ruined their home. And so I go in there, and not only is the toilet right next to the door, like it's one of those you have to walk in, the door swings right past the lid of the toilet, then you have to go like do a dance with the door to be able to shut the door. But the light switch was behind the door, so I had to shut it so that I could reach the light switch. So I had to reach for the light switch in total darkness, or just about total darkness. And then when I flipped it, the light was blown. There was no light in there. So, I say that to say, I definitely put my left heel to the door, leaving it cracked so enough sunlight came through to where I could see. There was no toilet seat on this toilet also, but I mean, I wasn't going to use it, and there's not a woman on this earth that I would like to see use that bathroom. So it worked just fine. Then in order to flush the toilet, and I should have thought about this ahead of time, the actual handle was like on the side of the toilet near the wall. In this cramped ass space, and I'm carrying my helmet, because you know, you got to think I have $700-800 worth of stuff. Like I actually got this helmet for kind of cheap. It's one of my favorite helmets, but it was on clearance because they came out with a new model of it. I just had a bug explode on me. That's awesome. But even with getting it at a nice discount, I have, you know, like my Cardo unit, the GoPro, a microphone. I'm not just leaving that on the bike. I'd like to say I have faith in people, but not that much money's worth of faith. So I'm holding my helmet in one hand, trying to reach around the toilet in order to flush it. And that means I had to like lean down over the toilet bowl in order to reach the handle to flush the toilet. And as soon as I pushed it, I was like, what would really cap off this whole experience is if that water is so backed up, it just whoosh, fires out of the toilet bowl. Fortunately, it did not. Oh my God, what's up there? Who lives up there? Who are you? Huh. Is this a reroute? I don't remember coming off this way. We're gonna follow it. But yeah, that was a very pleasurable bathroom experience for all the wrong reasons. Like that place probably has a better bathroom situation. Oh, what is this? Is this the mailman? Why are you stopped? What are you doing? Okay. Felt like an ambush. I don't think this needs uppies. Miniature uppies. Oh my God. Lean with it. You know, I think the main problem with coming down roads like this is every crossroad I want to make a random turn. Which when I talk about how I used to, you know, go on back roads, that's exactly what I would do. Oh yeah. Look at this. farmland. Especially where I lived in Alabama, there were like 4 roads. There was like 278, Highway 9, 431, and another road that I can't remember. Now, bare minimum, why are you flashing your lights at me? Is there a cop up there? I'm doing under the speed limit. That's beautiful though. Oh, look at that little farm out there. Oh, that's why they're flat. There's something going on here. Oh. Like how I appreciate the heads up, but that guy must have thought I was dumb as a bag of hammers if I wasn't gonna see this. Dude, don't stand in the middle. I can't ride in the middle. It's all dirty. Oh, it's pretty over there. But yeah, anyway, so there were 4 major roads that formed like a little square around where I lived. Because this was, you know, before smartphones and before your Google Maps or your Wazes. So getting lost was a very real possibility. Like, I liked getting lost, but I also liked to be found when I wanted to be found. And so where I lived in Alabama, because there were those 4 roads, oh, look at you. You couldn't go too far without running into one of them. So you could just make every random turn you wanted to. Mother of God. Yeah, and then you'd finally come back to where you wanted to be, or at least where you knew where you were, so that you could go home. Today on a motorcycle, I'm not just taking random turns, even though I have the power of the interwebs on my phone. I gotta go see family. This was the right call though. I'm very happy about this decision. But I was flapping my gums about that bathroom story and I forgot what I was trying to say in the first place. Where, you know, like I felt bad coming back from Texas, because when I came, see, I'd love to go down that road. When I came through Highway 9, my camera was dead. And I'm like, man, I wish that anybody who watches these videos could have seen what I saw. So that's why I came back back down here. This is not on the way to my family. I made a hour and 50-minute ride into a 4-hour ride. But then I got down into Goodwater. And then I was looking down the barrel of coming right back up the way I came down on Highway 9. And then I asked, why am I doing it? And what do I want to do? This was for me. This deviation from the plan, even though I said I got to come back and do it, my whole point in coming back here was like, man, I feel like I cheated the 3 people who watch these videos of a beautiful road. This deviation was for me. That's why I'm doing this after all. This channel is for me. I hope other people enjoy it, even if it's just a couple people. But I'm doing it for me. I ride this motorcycle for me. So Highway 7, that was for me too. And I think I can take the liberty to speak for myself and say that I'm happy with my decision. I'll see Highway 9 again, I know it. And maybe I'll record it. Or maybe I'll keep coming down Highway 7, because God bless. That being said, it's a quick jaunt on the highway. You can see the traffic now. Not the freeway, but Highway 21, before I get to my family. just 15 minutes or so. I'm gonna cut the video here. It was a good day. A little bit of an adventure, which I wouldn't have it any other way, including with the moment of feeling a little bit dangerous. But if you were here, I appreciate you. If you've been here, I appreciate you even more. If you end up coming back, I appreciate you the most. Gonna hit Fort Mountain and Suches here soon. Plan the next trip with my uncle, and I'll be back down this way as soon as I can too. But until I see you again, goodbye.